This is my new phone. For 2023, I have decided to do something very radical. Stop using my smartphone. This is how I'm doing, and how you can do it too. I notice a lack of inspiration and even energy in some aspects. I spend more and more time in school, and I had less free time to do other stuff that I wanted to do, such as video making, doing art, and even reading. Then I noticed my smartphone usage was 3 or 4 hours every day. I felt like it was giving already the stimuli to my brain to feel productive. Well, actually, I wasn't being productive. I remember reading this book in the US about the benefits of unplugging. And I really started to think if I should try that to see if that makes a difference to me. But that wasn't as easy. Our society is extremely interconnected. Smartphones have given us the possibility to connect where it was impossible before. We can now know everything about our friends, their holidays, their workout, what music they're listening to, where they are, and many more things. And Be Real has even normalized the idea of sharing normality and realness through a phone screen. You understand that disappearing from this interconnectedness is something that actually will destroy some connections that I've made. Especially since connecting is so easy now. I really do believe that by doing this, I can fortify relationships that are closer to me and connections that I live in my day-to-day life. This is why I'm doing this. The problem is that smartphones give us some tools that are very practical in my day-to-day life. And this is how I plan to solve them. Luckily, I have had a lot of experience trying to solve problems due to lack of tools. If you know and have seen some videos about my hitchhiking trips in Italian, you probably know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, they're here if you understand. For some absence of tool, I think the best solution will be to talk with people that I see in the streets. This can apply for the lack of maps, the lack of bus schedules, and even the lack of knowing what's the best restaurant in town. And for others, I'm willing to sacrifice not having the tools always with me. WhatsApp and Telegram on the go. Instagram, YouTube videos and podcasts that I can listen to. This is actually pretty nice because I will not have always a forced connection with people, and that really helps me focus on me and what's actually around me, and motivates me to observe and not be just passive and on the go on a loading screen while I do other stuff like transportation or cooking, for example. Because I still live in a society, I'm not ready to sacrifice WhatsApp or other messaging apps or even social media like the one you're using right now. I decided to have a compromise with myself. I will still have this on my computer, and I will still have my phone around that I need to use, for example, to do e-banking or even 1-second video every day, which is make this stuff, for example. But the rule is that my phone cannot leave the house. Maybe sometimes to go running, but that's it. I'm really trying to see if I can find a solution to not have to use a phone to do this stuff. But at the moment I couldn't find anything else. So maybe you know something? In this case, let me know, because I'm actually looking for that. I've actually tried this for a week now to see if it actually works. And I have to say I have a very mixed reactions. The first days, it was actually super boring. I found myself needing to be always stimulated by content, especially when I had these empty moments such as showering, transportation, or even cooking and eating. Also, my schoolwork started to be better. I noticed myself being more stimulated and more actually able to concentrate since my phone wasn't here to distract me. There's a scientific study that says that actually when the phone is in your same room or reachable to you, this is enough to distract you, because there's so much craving for the connection that even the idea of it ringing is enough for us to get distracted and notice and try to see, oh, wait, did I actually get a notification? It's actually just our brain trying to think if you got a notification or not, and us wanting to think, oh wait, maybe I did, and then check. This is actually super bad. And I recommend, even if you don't want to take out your smartphone, if you're like working or studying, just leave your phone in another room, in a place where it's not reachable for you. And oh my god, I wanted to read again, and it was so cool. It never happened in like years and years, and it was so easy. Oh my god, wow! Ah! In some other occasions, such as other hitchhiking trips and moments where I actually need to have a phone with other tools such as maps or couch surfing, this might not be the case, but otherwise, I actually do believe that I will not use my phone this year. Share this with your friend that actually needs to hear this, because a lot of people do, and I really hope that I can help people with this. If you find this interesting, like, even just save it somewhere, the video. I will be happy to answer some of your questions if you have one, so please put them in the comments and maybe I'll read them. And also, if you subscribe, that would be super cool. Help me a lot. And you know, just thank you for watching until the end. Bye!